Hey guys, SoCal Val here. You are listening to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast.
We are just hours away from TNA Sacrifice, but before that on the channel, we need to talk TNA Impact. The show aired last night, and it was another great episode, and we're going to review that and more on the channel. Right now, with me, your host, Adam Cousins. TNA started with Ali versus Kevin Knight. A great start to this. Kevin Knight always continues to impress me. Every time I see him, there's something more about him that gets me thinking he's going to be a major star in the business. There was a great load of moves of this. It was a massive high cross body. There was a backstabber off the second rope from Ali. There was a really huge dive from Kevin Knight in this match that took out the holder security. There was a close 2 count from like a really high spine buster from Kevin Knight. And the times in this match, you really thought Kevin Knight might actually pick up the victory. However, the good hands and security were all at ringside, and Ali finally hits the belt shot on Kevin Knight. He hit him with the belt to pick up the victory. After the bell, it went, sorry, they hit the bell, hit the 450, picked up the victory. And after the bell, the good hands and Ali continued their assault on Kevin Knight before Alex Shelley ran them off. There was then a great great backstage promo. Zaya Brookside, Tasha Steelz, and Jordan Grace hyping up the match at No Surrender, not No Surrender, at Sacrifice tonight. Jesus, too many pay-per-views, too many. Basically, both ended up saying that they don't think Jordan Grace can beat her both, which could lead to maybe them two working together against Jordan Grace to try and eliminate the threat and then place each other to win the championship. Who knows? Now, backstage at this point, Kevin Knight was getting reevaluated by the doctors on the shoulder injury. Doctor wouldn't clear him to compete. Saban, Kushida, and Shelley were backstage, and there was a lot of tension between Shelley and Saban. There was a lot of tension between Shelley and Kushida because Kushida did throw in the towel when Shelley was taking on Moose for the championship. There was a lot of that there, and that does make me wonder whether or not we're going to be seeing a split within that very, very soon. Basically, Shelley did say to Kushida, we need to take care of the good hands tonight in a tag match, and he was going to go to Santino to make it happen. Ash by Elegance was next, one of only her second matches. She was going against Angel Blue, and that's actually part of a song over here. I can't remember the whole song. I think it was an old garage track. Garage is a form of music over here in the UK for those American viewers. She did say to Angel Blue to kiss her shoes at the start, which she wouldn't do. Basically, Ash by Elegance, this was pretty much a squash match. She beat her very, very convincingly and very, very quickly. There was a handspring elbow into the corner, suplex, a swanton, a 1-2-3. Ash by Elegance continues to dominate the division so far. And will she have her eye on the Women's Championship at Sacrifice tonight? She may well be watching that triple threat match with interest. Nice to see, actually, the former Dana Brooke getting a good run in TNA. Obviously, the WWE things didn't work out for her, but looking like it's starting well here in TNA, and we'll find out if that continues. Now, there was a really interesting promo. Macklin was in a hotel or at home somewhere doing a promo via Zoom. As the promo went on, the feed got cut. As the feed come back, Macklin's lying pretty much unconscious on the floor. And there was his opponent, Nick Nemeth, on the screen. So Nick Nemeth attacked Macklin. I think the IWGP Championship will be on the line when them's two get it on at Sacrifice. But very, very good promo. It really intensified that feud, which has really ignited over the last few weeks on Impact. Really looking forward to the match itself as well between those two. Macklin has been a stalwart for the last few years of TNA. Nemeth's the hottest free agent, well, definitely one of the hottest free agents in wrestling. And he's come along and taken Impact by storm for the few weeks that he's been there. This match should really be off the charts in Windsor, Ontario, Canada as well. That's where uh, Sacrifice, I keep getting it close to saying no surrender again. That's where Sacrifice will be. The next match was made earlier, if you remember. We were talking about Alex Shelley and Kushida, the time splitters, going against the good hands. Now, here we go. One of my it's not even a rant, but you know what? I'm a big old school wrestling fan. And if you've watched the podcast this week, you've seen me saying things like, there was too much, there was overselling of moves or not selling moves and all this stuff. If you like good old-fashioned tag team wrestling brought into 2024, this match is the match for you. This was about what tag team wrestling was about when I was growing up in the late 80s. Call me a dinosaur, call me what you want. The good hands were cutting that ring off from Kushida and Shelley. They wouldn't let that tag be made. There was a time when Kushida was taking a lot of punishment in that ring. And just couldn't get that tag, couldn't get the tag, couldn't get the tag. Eventually, he gets the tag to Shelley, but they cut the ring off on Shelley as well. And then they go to Shelley. Shelley couldn't get the momentum going in the match either. There was a time when Kushida and Shelley even, I think, ran into each other, so heightening that tension a bit more. But finally, the hot tag did happen. And when this one, it was Kushida had come in, he got the armbar submission on the good hands. But that is how a tag match, we don't need 68 flips, 90,000 super kicks, 50,000 near falls. We just need tag team wrestling done right. And that match right there is how you do it. After the match, there was a fist bump in the end between Shelley and Kushida, but thank you, TNA, for that, because after the week that I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of crazy stuff going on, that is the type of match that I needed. So thank you. And say, call me a dinosaur, call me whatever you want. That's fine. Uh, Dango was a promo, was next. Really good promo. Want to be the best tag team with Oleg as well. He's going to beat Josh Alexander in the main event tonight. Really good. Dango's doing his best work here. Fandango was great when he was a character, got over with the fans really quickly. But this is more of the Dango that we want to be seeing, and he is just so good at what he does. So it's great to see him doing good stuff here in TNA. Go to the back, and Ali and the Good Hands are there. The Good Hands are apologizing, saying, for not getting the job done tonight. And Ali was like, you know what? Something needs to change. And the change was he's replaced the Good Hands with the grizzled young veterans, and they'll be with Ali to take on Sabin, Shelley, and Kushida tonight at Sacrifice. It's going to be a great one on that. That's going to be a great six-man tag. Can't wait to see that one. Good switch. I mean, one of the good hands was upset. The other one was in awe over Ali. But really looking forward to that six-man tonight. Speaking of really looking forward to matches, Danny Luna was next against Misha Slamovich. This was a quick, fun match. Worked well together. There was a good pace to it. These two can really go. And what I said before, because these two are forming of a tag team, obviously MK Ultra, and there's Danny Luna as well with her partner. And going into the weekend, they got the tag team title shot. And this is where I say less can sometimes mean more, because this match, like I said, what they worked well. There was good pace, fun match, quick, but it gives you that a possibility that the titles could change hands very quickly again, and Jody Fret and Danny Luna could become tag team champions tonight. Danny won with the Fireman's carry powerbomb. Danny's always been a great worker over here in the UK. She's been great. She's the Rev Pro Women's Champion. She does so much good stuff. She's really deserving of a run in TNA at the minute, and I'm hoping that the gold can come their way. Will it be tonight, though? We don't know. In another squash match, PCO killed Alan Angels, pretty much, to be quite honest with you. Chokeslam, moonsault all over, but Con, who's the man that PCO has been having his back and forth with, They started brawling and swinging chairs all over the place, so much so that they've now made tonight's match between Con and PCO a no disqualification match. I'm all here for that. I think that'd be great. However, here's my prediction, spoiler, whatever you want to call it. It will be a double count out tonight as there's no DQs. And then we may get Monsters Ball or something like that later on down the line. That's my prediction for that match. We'll see. We'll be reviewing that, and I'll let you know when the review will be out very, very shortly. Crazy Steve was backstage. He successfully defended his title recently. He's going to be the teacher, specializing in misery, and will beat everyone for his title. That remains to be seen. Really emotional Eric Young promo that he would do anything in his power, and if he had to do his whole life again just to hold that world title, he would. And that brought out Moose. Moose basically saying it doesn't really matter because he's going to be the champion. And then him and the system beat down Eric Young until Bullet Club, ABC, Ace Austin, Chris Bay make the save, ready for their six-man tonight. Main event, Josh Alexander and Dango. This for me was Dango's best match in TNA. It was a great main event. It was hard hitting. It had everything that you needed it to be. Josh is such a talented worker. I mean, obviously worked with Ospreay a couple of times as well. Just amazing, amazing work. Dango, experienced. Like I said, probably his best match in TNA that since he's been there. Love this main event. Josh Alexander won with the ankle lock. Tango tapped out, but brilliant, brilliant main event. Sets up tonight's show fantastically well. Speaking of tonight's show, we will be reviewing that, and that will be out on Monday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Keep your eyes peeled for a lot of interviews coming up on this show. Clark Connors, David Francisco, Andy Quildan from Revolution Pro Wrestling will be coming up. Mr. Anderson, a TNA legend, will be appearing on the show as well. Ken Shamrock, another one in TNA, will be coming on, as will Devon, Dudley, and Kelly Six. Lots of stuff going on. We can't wait to interview those guys. We'll be back with some more review shows. Myself and Dave will be sitting down talking some AEW a bit later on as well. So look out for that dropping tomorrow. But until then, everybody, get to watch TNA on DAZN over here in the UK. Get on Fight, I think, tonight for the Sacrifice show. And until next time, everybody, this has been Adam Cousins on the channel. Buckle down. Stay safe.